Yes, I have, what was it, the Logitech G27 or G29, whichever one the PlayStation wheel is, plugged into a PC, so I'm using that. I've also bought the Thrustmaster Farm Stick to replace my Logitech side panel, because the Logitech side panel kind of died. Hi.
Hi! Was that good?
And, yeah, so I'm also playing with a Giants mod called Precision Farming, which kind of encourages you to be a little bit more realistic. So, you know, don't let the weeds grow, don't make sure you fertilize. So what this fertilizer kit is set up with crop sensors on the tractor, up on the mirrors. The little grey boxes are crop sensors, and they do a detection of how much nitrogen is in the crop, so that they apply the precise amount of fertilizer that the crop needs at every point along the boom. I've also got weed sensors on the boom, so that if I'm doing a spraying contract or spraying work, it will only spray, it will spot spray where the weeds are, and it won't waste herbicide, and it won't damage too much of the crop. So that's precision farming. So you have to, it's got a whole panel to itself. You have to do soil sensing. So I've had to go out to each of my fields and sample the soil to find out what type of soil I've got. The loam is the best type, which runs across the middle of my farm. Silty clay's the worst. I've got some patches around, and then sandy loam and loamy sand. Sandy loam, loamy sand is, it's not the best, but it's not too bad. From there you have pH, which is adding lime. So as the reason this is darker is because it's been a while since I sampled this field, so eventually the data's going to get outdated and I have to resample the field. But you can see different soil types need different pH levels, and I have to, you add lime measured to get precisely the pH you need. Same with nitrogen. These are grass fields. Grass doesn't need a lot of nitrogen. Whatever that crop is, I think that's oats, that doesn't need quite so much. And then these two fields and this one are corn or maize, and they need a ton of nitrogen. So depending on the soil type, we are really putting a ton of fertilizer on those fields, whereas grass is like 40, 60. It's very easy to keep grass. Oh, and then you get a yield map which shows you how good the yield is. So this swath across the middle is our loam, which gives a excellent yield, 125, 120, and then the rest you're down to sort of 100, yeah, 195. And that's and the reason it's 95 is because I haven't I didn't have exactly the right amount of lime or whatever. lime or pH. Sorry, no, lime is pH. Lime or nitrogen applied to the soil, so my yield was a little bit worse than ideal. With contract fields, you don't have the precision farming aspect, which is a little bit of a shame. So all I'm doing here is just one of 2 layers of fertilizer on the field to get it done. And Cameo, good morning, welcome to Saturday stream. I had an excellent week. I had my procedure on Tuesday and I have been relatively pain-free for most of this week. So yeah, what else can we say about precision farming? Precision farming is a good addition. A lot of people don't like it, a lot of people get confused by it. But if you like something that is a little bit more realistic than an arcade farming simulator, then it gives you extra parameters that you're working with. But it does take a bit to get used to. Now I've got looks like the Massey Ferguson might be stuck again. If I can find it. Yes. No, not the Massey Ferguson, the New Holland. And yes, I am running a couple of cheaty mods that allow me to pick things up, which feasibly I shouldn't be able to. Now this map itself is a mod. It's called Glenleathann. It has a funky little feature that allows you to remove hedgerows. But the penalty for having that little feature, and that's included in the map, there's nothing I can do about them, but the penalty for that is I can get stuck in hedges, which is why I've got the cheaty lift any weight, because sometimes I have to pick tractors up and lift them out of the hedge when they get stuck. I would... Okay. I never recommend buying all of the DLC. In some situations, you will never use all of the DLC things. So I think the first one was... oh, good grief, what was it? A range of vineyard tractors. So new crops we got was grapes and olives, and you can get little tractors. And we can go small tractors. So something like this. Very narrow. They're built to drive up and down vineyards, whereas your normal tractor would be something like that, and obviously a wider stance. Can't get that up and down the rows in a vineyard. So they gave us a pack of just vineyard tractors, and that was like well, I don't know. I've never used them. I don't routinely grow grapes or olives, so having an entire pack of tiny tractors isn't the greatest thing. Now, if the tiny tractors also had front loaders, they might make something that's nice to feed animals with, because you can get They're very, not only can you get them up and down vineyard rows, you can also get them in and out of sheds quite easily because they're very agile. But they don't have front loaders, so they're no good for that. Then we had, was it the Kubota DLC we had? They gave us orange tractors, which are quite nice. I'm not sure I've got them activated here. Yes. So the Kubota pack, you get, there's a smaller M5, I think, is a vineyard tractor, M6 is a smaller tractor, M7 and M8, which give you some nice reasonable sized tractors. Kubota DLC also gave you the ability to sit in the cab with somebody. So if you play multiplayer, you can actually give your friend a ride to the field rather than using the teleport function. Hi.
Hi.
And then we got, I can't remember if there was another equipment pack, but we then got the Platinum Edition, which gave us Silver Run Forest, which was a map which was primarily logging. There's something like 5 fields on the map, and then everything else is just forest. Recently we've had a couple of others. At the moment, because we're in end stage of the current lifespan of the game, I don't usually buy the last season DLC anyway. It's possibly worthwhile looking to see if Farming Simulator is available at a discount. They usually have a summer sale, and you can probably, excuse me a second, I will have a look for us. Store page, what is it currently selling for? So currently selling for $30, Premium Edition is $45, Platinum Edition is $37, and the 1 year bundle is $41. So, they did produce a Case IH Farmall for $2. So they have been producing some very small DLC where you get 2 tractors. So it's currently $30 on Steam. However, you can probably wait a while. Let's get back into the game. You can probably wait a while, and during the summer sale it might be 50% off the base game.
Hello!
The base game will give you a little bit of fun. You can download mods like precision farming and what have you. Just get your back into the swing of it. We're kind of expecting Farming Simulator 25 to release towards the end of this year, but as yet there has been no announcement. So we're kind of in the dark, but they gave us a year 1 pass, they gave us a year 2 pass, which is effectively give giants money and you can have the not stuck, that's good. You can get all of the DLC released for that year. They didn't release a year 3 season pass, so no DLC expected this year, which means possibly there will be an update. Sights, visuals and sound got improved. 19 up to 22. I think the weather got a little bit more realistic. Thunderstorms are, lightning, thunder, lots of rain. But currently the only restriction on that, unless you load in a mod, is that you can't harvest when it's raining. That's it. And oh look, it's blocked by an object. What are you doing? Dude, where are you going? Okay. How about get that out of the way for you? Okay, so that was contracts there. Get paid for that one. So yeah, one of the things I've got is an improved contracts. Normally you can only run or select 3 contracts, and then that was an improvement. You can now use your own equipment on contracts rather than using, being supplied equipment to do a contract with, and you have to stay on the field until the contract's done. Okay, you go eat. Thanks for coming. Going to be announced at FarmCon this year in July. Okay. That's a good thing. You'll usually find me here every Saturday morning unless something comes up, and at the moment I'm not expecting anything coming up. Kind of burnt my vacation for the year again on medical things. Unfortunately. Okay, let's get that unloaded with button 6. Nope. Yes, that's unloading. Good. Okay. So yeah, I'm no longer using a cane to get around, which is good. Yeah, you take care. But my back is a bit sore from the procedure where they stabbed me with needles. Okay. See, I could go and do some herbicide contracts, or actually, no. Now is a good time to get the flatbed and go pick up some bales. That would be an awesome idea. Should I use the Massey Ferguson for that? Or the class?
Daddy,
Hello?
can you help me?
I don't know what's happening.
Password.
No idea.
You don't know it?
Nope. Yeah, since we're in the Massey Ferguson, I'll grab the bale trailer, which is over there. And I am using the farm stick for more things now, which is good. I've still got half the buttons are what's the word for it? Mirrored over between both devices, which, yeah. I've got engine start and switch vehicle on both the steering wheel and on the side panel, or on the farm stick. Oh, I don't know what buttons to press now. Nope, that was getting in and out. found that one by accident. So, blah, 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 operating position. Button 19. I'm going to have to look at the crib sheet for that. Button 19. Oh, is that one there? Okay. Yep, that worked. Normally I'd do this in the class, but that's the driving.
Okay. That's all I need, baby.
Oops, no, that off now.
I'm higher than the thing. Yeah.
So slowly but surely,
Baby,
getting all of
did you
these
delete one of the pictures?
wrapped.
Like down here? No. I don't even know how to do that. How do you do that? You just put it in the trash can, like, yeah. Oh.
So once we've got all the bales wrapped,
Anything one you would
I'm going to move the New Holland over to the next field, and we can copy the course and get mowing on contract number 3. This will take 28. I think it takes 28 bales, so we've got 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think, as I've said before, I kind of try to use a bale lifter collection wagon rather than a flatbed, but really I'm unload a round bale, button 23. Okay, what's button 23? That's the one in the middle, F2. Oh. There we go. Okay, I can then lower the device. No. Oh. Yes. So I'll do a quick one round the field, get as much as we can from the edges, especially these corners, which I took the time to carve out. And then up and down here doesn't look to have been a very clean pickup, I must admit. If I'm lucky, we'll get one more bale out of this. And then we'll run over to the other field. Yeah, we've really not got a very clean pickup here. we are very close to finishing this. Oh, those tufts to the right. Keep doing that. That's the help button. Okay, I'm somewhat familiar with the side panel buttons. Yeah, I'm just going to keep driving here. So the tufts to the right are the end rows, which usually are quite dense. As what do you call it? Rows are. Problem with most of the rest of the grass on this field, it's just bits missed from a main row, and obviously we don't have a lot of that. Yeah, you've gathered 90% of the grass when you get that far. And 1200, 21%. Well, lift it up, turn it off, fold it up. Yeah, this was one of the other giant freebies that we got from them. I do like, it's this one and the Massey Ferguson. Sort of baler wrapper, so they do not produce the biggest bales, but they do produce the smaller mediums and allow you to wrap them. But as I've said before, the pickup width on them isn't the greatest. Okay, so just keep turning left until we get to where we're going. What else am I doing? I'm collecting bales, I'm going to sell the bales. Now this is where we get problems, of course, because we're doing 4 baling contracts. They probably all have delivery to the same address. And it's going to be random as to which one gets credited with delivery first.